Hi Finn, Truman, Alexa, Ava, and Smila, otherwise known as our 645 group class. I'm so sorry I can't be with you right now. I miss all of you, and I miss getting to work with you in person. But I am glad to have the opportunity to share some videos with you. As of course you all know, we are working on preparing for our solo recital right now, and I'm still hopeful that we will be able to have our solo recitals. So I hope all of you are able to, find some time to practice on your recital pieces. If you have not yet chosen a recital piece, feel free to reach out via email or text or phone to me or Miss Hillary to talk about going ahead and choosing a solo recital piece. We're happy to help you get started on that. If you don't have time to be practicing right now, I know things are super crazy for everybody. We completely understand. But music can be really healing and can be really comforting. And I hope your violin is a source of comfort and joy to you and your family during this time. So, of course, very hard to do solo time and masterclass time via YouTube. So rather than that, I've been thinking about the suggestion that we think about trying to find an opportunity to program a concert of more of the advanced violin music. And so I'm going to start making you some videos so that we can review and start to develop more of a sort of advanced violin group class, like review piece repertoire. So today, the two pieces that I'm going to focus on are Hunter's Chorus, including the Hunter's Chorus variation, and also the Handel Bourree. So Hunter's Chorus and Handel Bourree are both from packet number 6. The Hunter's Chorus variation is from packet number 7. And depending on, how many weeks I have to be doing this, because we are all stuck at home, we'll see how many more of these pieces I can get to. But today, I'm going to do those two. So Hunter's Chorus, I'm going to start with not the variation, but the regular Hunter's Chorus. And what I'm going to do is I've picked a tempo, and the tempo is quarter note equals 72. And I've picked this tempo, and I'm going to play it in the video for you with the metronome. And then I'm going to play the variation with the metronome also. And that way, if you are working on the variation or you learned it in the past, it should be easy for you to then kind of review it and then go back and actually play it as a duet with the sort of main melody part. And if you're playing the main melody part, once you get that down at that tempo, then you can play that as a duet with me playing the variation. So hopefully that will work for everybody. That's my goal here, so we can virtually play duets with each other. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump right into Hunter's Chorus. A reminder that Hunter's Chorus does have various up-ups and kind of special bowing things. It's got some very exciting dynamics. So right now I am going to try to just do a full playthrough with kind of all of that stuff. I'm not going to take the time to really work on it. If you need to get out your music and spend some time reviewing and working on it, please do. But right now I'm going to go ahead and do a full playthrough. I will take the repeat of the C section at the end. And like I said, I'm going to do this with the metronome at quarter note equals 72. So here is the Hunter's Chorus melody. I will go ahead and give you an introduction as well. I don't know if you can hear the metronome. I hope you can, but it's clicking 1, 2. Here's the intro. Go! course, if you have not yet learned the variation, or you just want some review on Hunter's Chorus, please feel free to go back and watch that again. If you would like to play the variation with me, I'm going to do that next. And if you would like to play the melody with me playing the variation, you can do that next as well. I will play the same introduction as I did before, and I will once again do this with the metronome. So it'll be same tempo and everything, and I'll cue you in just like before. So here is the variation. So there's the metronome. 1, 2, here's the intro. Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice job, everybody. So I realize that is pretty quick for the variation, and it also feels kind of slow for the melody. So this is one of those times when we have to kind of meet in the middle. So those of you who have learned the variation or who have the music for it, please feel free to go ahead and start working on that. Of course, you can work on it slower than that and get it sped up. Like I said, that was quarter note equals 72. All right, so the next piece that I would like for us to do is the Handel Bourree, not the Bach Bourree that's in packet number 7, but the Handel Bourree. And this is the one, it's going to be in the packet around like Las Mañanitas, the orchestra, A Shogun Farewell, Two Grenadiers is in kind of that area. And the Handel Bourree, if you've got it, please go ahead and get out your music. One thing that we can really focus on in this piece is what do we do musically when we have a sequence, okay? You may remember a musical sequence is a repeating pattern of notes that happens several times in a row, but with a slight difference every time. So in this piece, the musical sequences get higher and higher and higher every time. So da 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 da. And typically, when we have a rising figure like that, we also want a crescendo. So that's something I'd like us to focus on this time, is every time we have a sequence, and that sequence comes up a lot in this piece, making sure that we crescendo, and we make that very exciting. So I am going to do a full playthrough of this, and again, if you've got your music, good idea to get it out, maybe review this first, take a look at it, feel free to, pluck or whatever helps you review. But this is going to be more of a focus on musicality, okay? So here is the Handel Bourree. This one doesn't really have, well, no, okay, I'll do an intro, sorry. Okay, here's the intro. synchronized bow. So I want to point out a few things about the mechanics of how to do that kind of crescendo. The first thing is that it really helps if you can start at the tip, right? So like the one at the end, I started at the tip, and then I move more to the middle, and then closer to the frog, so that then by the time the sequence is over and I'm supposed to be at the high point of the crescendo, I'm all the way down to the frog. And using full bows. Let's try that together. So this is the last sequence. This is from the ending. It starts F sharp, up bow on the D string, 2, 3, A, 1, 3, A, 1, 2, A. Yeah, it's like the last phrase of music. Okay? Ready, set, go. All right? And the same thing goes at the beginning. So when I first start, I'm using big full bows. And now on this down bow slur, I'm going to get to the tip and decrescendo, get quieter. So here I am, I'm very quiet at the tip. You see how that works? This is a really good way to do like a long sequenced crescendo in any piece of music. Lots of music includes musical sequences, and so this is something I would encourage all of you to look for in your recital pieces. See if you can find opportunities to do this kind of sort of sequencing crescendo or decrescendo. If the notes were going down, you might want to do a decrescendo, right? So this, I'm just making this up as an example. You hear how that sequence goes down and we kind of get quieter as it goes down. Whereas in the Handel Bourree, the sequence goes up, and so we are getting louder as it goes up. A lesson that you can take about dynamics, no matter what you're working on, is that there's several variables that contribute to being able to change your dynamics, but they're virtually all pretty much your bow, right? So you can change where in the bow you are playing. So the tip is going to be the quietest, and the frog is going to be the loudest. You can change how much bow you are using, which is another way of saying you can change how fast or slow you're moving the bow. Right? So if I'm going to use this much bow, I might have to move the bow very slow. Which is very quiet. If I want to use that much bow, I'm going to have to move the bow pretty fast. Right? You see the difference. So I'm using more bow, which also means faster bow. Less bow means smaller bow. I can also change how much weight I have in the bow. So if I have a very light bow versus a very heavy bow. And finally, I can change where on the string I am. So at the bridge is usually going to be louder. Too close to the bridge, though, will be crunchy. Listen. That's not very nice. But right about here usually is a pretty good spot for nice and loud. And then over the fingerboard is typically going to be quieter. You can hear a pretty big difference there. So I'd like to encourage all of you, as you get to know your recital pieces, to really start working on dynamics. You can think about those variables in the bow. And also, good time to do some of these review pieces. I hope that you enjoy getting to play Hunter's Chorus as a duet. And I'll be back next week with some more upper level violin pieces. Take care of yourselves. I hope you're doing well, and I'll be back soon.